Isn't it fascinating how all the things you once thought were limits, there are never limits at all? Because when you really think about it, people, they've always broken the rules that they thought they had to follow. And in doing so, they discovered something extraordinary. There are those who thought they weren't enough, who now live lives beyond their wildest dreams. There are those who once felt unworthy, who now stand tall, radiating confidence. And isn't it interesting how easily you can begin to realise that what you once believed about yourself was only a belief, and a belief can change in an instant, because you've seen it, haven't you? Fat people love skinny people. Rich people fall in love with the poor. Those who soar once crawled, and the people who once doubted themselves now inspire the world. And if that's true, then doesn't it make sense that whatever you thought held you back, it was never really holding you back at all? When you begin to notice that, you begin to feel something shift deep within you. A realization that those old thoughts, those old limitations, they were never real. They're just echoes of a past version of you. A version that you no longer need. When you take a deep breath now, you can feel that weight lifting, because you no longer carry what isn't yours to carry. Because now you know that even the most perfect people have doubts, fears, flaws. And isn't it freeing to realise that nobody has it all figured out? That nobody is truly above you. That everyone is simply living in their own version of reality. And that means you get to create yours. As you think about this, you begin to see it clearly. The only thing standing between you and everything you desire is simply a thought, a perception. And perceptions change. So why not choose a new perception? One that serves you, one that lifts you up, one that aligns with the truth of who you are. Because deep down, you've always known that you're worthy, haven't you? And as you step into that realization, feeling it sink deep into your mind, you can't help but wonder just how quickly and easily everything will shift now. As you embrace this new way of being, because now you're free. Free to desire, free to seek, free to claim what's yours. And isn't it exciting to think about how everything is already changing for you in ways you can't even fully comprehend yet? And maybe, just maybe, you look back at this moment and you'll realise this was the moment everything began to transform. Because what if everything you ever believed about yourself, every doubt, every limitation, every hesitation, it's just a story? A story you told yourself so many times it felt real. But here's the truth. Stories can be rewritten. And right now, in this very moment, you're the author. You see, life, it's never been about deserving or being enough. Who decided what enough even means? What if enough was just an illusion? What if you realised right now that worthiness isn't something you earn, it's something you own, it's something you are? Look around, have you noticed? There are people who defy every expectation, every rule society tried to impose, and yet they thrive. The world doesn't operate on deservedness. It moves with the energy of belief. It moves with the frequency of certainty. And now you're stepping into that certainty. Because every rule you ever imposed on yourself, the limits, the doubts, the fears, they weren't put there by life. You placed them there. And if you placed them there, you can remove them right now effortlessly. Imagine those old beliefs, like sand slipping through your fingers, dissolving, disappearing, because they were never real to begin with. And what remains? Infinite possibility, infinite choice. What happens when you fully release the need to be good enough? What happens when you realise that confidence, it isn't something you need to find. It's something you decide. Right now, in this moment, something shifting, something deep inside. You're done waiting, done doubting, done playing small. Because the people you admire, they're not above you. They're not beyond you. They're simply mirrors, reflecting back the parts of yourself you haven't yet stepped into. And now you step forward. Breathe that in. Feel it settle. This is your truth now. You move differently. You speak differently. You attract differently. Because your energy is different. People won't remember your words. They'll remember your presence. The way you make them feel. And when you own this new reality, when you fully step into it, they'll feel it and they'll respond. No more rules, no more limitations, just infinite expansion, because that's who you are. And this is just the beginning.